Today we'll be talking about how to hire a real estate virtual assistant overseas and why you should look overseas to get that done. In this episode, we'll be talking about how and why to hire an overseas VA. We'll start with why hire an overseas VA. We'll learn how much you should expect to pay an overseas VA. We'll talk about the advantages of hiring an overseas VA. And we'll be talking about a long list of things an overseas VA can help you do. You know, just because they're a long way away doesn't mean they can't get a lot done. You'll need to decide what you need from your VA, and then you're going to have to learn to ask for exactly what you need. And at the very end, I'm going to show you where I go to hire my Philippine VAs overseas, and it's pretty easy. I'll show you exactly where to go and how to run your ads. The biggest reason to hire overseas, and I'm specifically talking about now the Philippines, is because of the exchange rate. There's a big disparity between the value of the Filipino peso and the United States dollar. Right now it's at about almost 50 to 1. So $3 an hour over there is like getting paid $150 an hour over here, although it doesn't translate quite like that because of the disparity of what your dollar will buy. So it's not the same. Let me try to break it down for you. I like to pay my VAs from the Philippines about $4 to $5 an hour. And that's just if they're doing the redundant menial tasks, you know, sorting, sifting, going through and finding out certain things about houses, house after house after house after house, hundreds of houses. When they don't have to speak the language and they just have to perform on the computer, $4 to $5 an hour. If they need to speak, then I have to find a whole different caliber because I need a VA that can speak really good and proper English. I have to move up the pay rate from, say, 6 to 7 to 8 to find a really good top-notch person who can speak English fluently. And if they have to have some sales or some closing ability, you know, we're still getting up there around the $8 or $9 an hour area. So make sure you're clear on what they're going to be doing. I don't like to pay anybody like the minimum because they just come and go. There's people that will take jobs for $3 an hour over in the Philippines, but they're not dependable. When you get up around $5 or $6 an hour, you're hiring like managers of the gas station or managers of the fast food restaurant. When you get into $7 and $8 and $9 an hour, you're talking about hospital administrators and this kind of level of people. So, you know, if we pay $10 an hour in the United States, we get hardly anything. You know, we're lucky if we find a decent worker. $10 an hour in the Philippines, you can find some high-level management and go a lot further with them. So the advantage of hiring overseas VAs is that you can get a lot for your money. And provided that the jobs or the task doesn't require that they be right close physically to you, then it's a great value. They are loyal. They show up every day. I have 2 Philippine workers, VAs, and they've been with me for about 5 years apiece. They're team players. They're there all the time. I can count on them. They value their job. I value their work, and it's a very good thing. Also, bonuses. They celebrate American holidays for the most part. You can expect them to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that stuff. And the bonuses go a long way. I mean, $150 or $200 bonus coming from the United States over to the Philippines is a very nice reward. And so I can actually treat people very well and not hurt my pocketbook. Last but not least, I want you to know that they work on our schedule. Their middle class is forming because they're able to have jobs from all over the world. And they know that they need to work when we work over here. So in the Philippines, it's almost completely opposite. You know, 12 o'clock noon here is almost 12 o'clock midnight over there. They know they have to work our hours. So these folks are used to working at night. They're creating a middle class in the Philippines where there hadn't been one because of this kind of opportunity and jobs that are available for them now. And they are very savvy on the computer. They know a lot about how to work and do anything you want to do on computers. And if they don't know how to do it, they have a friend or they can find someone right around the corner from them that'll help them figure it out. Right now, I'm using VAs overseas in the Philippines to do my tech support and my customer support for some of my companies. I have people helping with my podcast, helping me with this YouTube channel, helping with promotion, helping me with ads, helping with my Facebook, helping me with my LinkedIn. I have all kinds of things that they're doing. And it really doesn't matter what you want. Just get good at knowing what you need and then get really good at asking for what you need. And someone will show up. And it's true in the United States and it's true in the Philippines. I think that you should model your ads. And when I'm doing the ads, I like to have them place a video in the ad of them. I like them to answer some questions on video so that I can see how they are. I can hear how they speak the language. And if I really want someone to speak English and I need them to speak English well, I will have them read a poem called English is Hard. And I'll have them read it from beginning to end live on camera and send me a recording of it. And that'll show me really concisely where they're at with the English language. It's a pretty clever little poem. So that's my hints and tips on how to hire a VA overseas. So I told you I was going to give you a link where to post job offerings. I like to post at onlinejobs.ph, and that's where I pay for that. I subscribe to that web service, and then they post my job offerings up there, and that's how I get videos and resumes, and that's how I pick my people. Also, I want you to know that there are companies out there that will train VAs for you, and they're like a temporary placement or permanent placement recruiting firms, and they will find you VAs. They're usually about $10 to $12 an hour. Of course, they're finding a VA for 6 or 7 and they're making a cushion. That's their job. But they also train these VAs to do exactly what you want them to do. And you can find a company that does that if you go to 1000houses.com/VA help. And that'll take you to a company that I know that's reputable and that will actually help you find this person if you don't have time to do it. They'll actually help you train this person if you don't have time to do it. And they'll just shortcut all this for you. I want to thank you for staying to the end of this segment. I really appreciate it that you're here with me still. So I want to give you a free webinar. It's called The Art of Creative Real Estate Investing. And in that webinar, I'm going to show you how I've bought and sold over 2,000 houses using seller financing. It is a wonderful, wonderful, eye-opening webinar, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Just go to 1000houses.com/free-stuff and scroll around till you see the link that reads The Art of Creative Real Estate Investing. Click on it, it'll be downloaded to you, and you'll be watching it in just seconds.